Hello, I'm Luke Neller and welcome to Best Replays of the Week. It is Halloween here in the US and a couple of the winners have caught the spirit of the season. So, this week we have a Confederate with the right tank for the job, a frustrated trick-or-treater, and a stealthy serial killer stalking the streets of Ruinberg. Let's go! We'll begin with a Confederate game from the American region, where it seems that every good name is taken. This Tier 9 battle is fought on Swamp, and our Confederate drives a Skoda T50. This medium tank is practically designed for the role. Its fast cycling autoloader is great for burst damage, but it lacks the stopping power to actually kill them outright. The first shot gets dodged, but reloading the drum is quite fast, so it's no big deal. Firing from amber shows off the gun's potential, but also its limitations. While the bursts are impressive, between them the Confederate can't do anything but wait. Let's see how it works against the E100. The Skoda peeks out, empties a clip, and backs away in a handful of seconds. Others finish the job. And our Confederate goes looking for targets. An E5. Two of the shots fail to penetrate, and the heavy gives back better than it takes. Pouncing on that E5 was not a great idea. But let's try that again anyway. Well, at least it didn't get to fire back this time. Now this is a perfect target. The damaged Object 140 gets clipped down without mercy. Here's another good one. Still, no matter how fast your rate of fire is, somebody is going to insist on helping you out. An FV-4202 climbs into view and gets clipped down before it can do anything. Every good name is taken, reloads, peeks out, and pumps the next clip into an Object 268. The Skoda spends a lot of time preparing for a few seconds of fireworks, but when it works, it's quite effective. The Confederate gets another crack at the STB. Not bad, even though some damage is taken as well. The numbers are getting low on both sides, and the Skoda is the last actual tank on the team. The Confederate goes hunting and gets another opportunity with the Object. One clip isn't quite enough to finish it off, but tracking it for the RT is the next best thing. The enemy SPG tries its luck, but misses. 6 cents goes off. But where are they? Suddenly, an ISU 152 charges out of cover. It hesitates, however, and doesn't commit to the attack, then dies without causing any real damage. In the meantime, the Grill has countered the RT, meaning our Confederate's work is done. Just 3 kills, but look at the damage! Every good name may have been taken, but at least our Confederate seems to have found the right tank for their playstyle. Let's hop over to the EU servers now for a Halloween-themed Top Gun display from Simon69. Simon lands on top tier in an assault on Erlenberg. The vehicle is a Waffenträger Auf Panzer IV, which is essentially a supercharged Borsig. It's got a big gun, good mobility, and armor which might as well be made out of a bedsheet. It's time to go knock on some doors. Simon knocks on several doors with a 128mm boomstick, but there's nobody home except flames and smoke. Weird. Boom! These guys are no fun. They just fall over without any excitement. Simon goes looking for livelier playmates, but the Top Gun kill is just as easy as the others. Here we go, a Carnarvon in good health. Let's give it a good scare. No reaction to the warning shot. Maybe this will get his attention. No? Okay then. If you're not gonna get scared, nor give any candy, then I'm gonna egg all y'all. Hey IS, does this scare you? Boom! Hey, look, it's another trick-or-treater! The ghosts battle for supremacy, and Simon banishes the smaller TD back to the garage. The ISU and the T-65 do their best to fight back, but the Top Gun is on a roll and won't be stopped. Simon could keep going, but there's just a single stop left. One more shot and it's GG with 12 kills. It seems you don't need any armor for a 12-kill rampage. The thin-skinned Waffenträger carried the day in style. Or maybe the white paint job was just too spooky. Continuing on the EU servers, we have a crucial contribution from Private Norby. The private's tank is at T-55A, and the match is played on fjords. The first part of the match is nothing special, just cautious pot shots fired from cover. Let's skip ahead to when things get interesting. The opposing team is several tanks in the lead, and the northern approach to the base is wide open. A T-34-100 appears and is blown up in seconds. There are clearly others up there though, as shells start coming in. Two thick-skinned opponents roll down the slope and Norby gets busy. It takes a while, but both go down without doing much damage. Norby brings the T-55 around, only to see 3 people assaulting the base. Artillery brings one down, but another immediately takes its place. The T-30 falls, and even Private Norby starts taking damage. The T-55 backs away, letting the 1390 vent its fury on the sturdy turret. There goes the last ally. Killing the remaining 6 is all down to Norby. An ISU volunteers to be the first, and Norby takes it up on the offer. 5 to go. Does the AMX think it's safe there? The opponent manages to evade the killing shot, and even gets in a hit of its own. No matter, it's still doomed. But there's a Super Pershing in the capture circle, possibly hoping that Norby wouldn't notice. No such luck, I'm afraid. The SU-122-44 should still be somewhere here. Surprisingly, the low-tier TD puts up a better fight than most so far. Not good enough to win, mind you. That just leaves the arty hunt. Norby has a hunch about their location and heads out across the map to find them. Sixth sense goes off, but there's nothing here. Where are they? Surprise! Norby swings the gun around and takes a shot. But who is hunting whom here? The second SPG fires and misses, and both of them charge down the slope. Norby finishes off the first one, but can't escape around by the big American M53 M55. It was a valiant try, but the tank's reload speed is just too great. Private Norby carries the day with 8 kills. Playing as a top tier gives an advantage, but carrying the game from 1 versus 6 is still a nice feat. And respect for the enemy players as well, for that arty ambush. That was a nice play on both sides. Now back to the American region, where Just Green defends the base in a T-32. The match is a Tier 8 standard battle on Tundra. Just Green rolls out, encountering a suicidal scout right away. The T-32 is just quick enough to ambush a Tiger on its way to the western choke point. The defender digs in for a battle of attrition, firing over the hill and taking shots on the turrets. This could be an opportunity to finish off the Tiger 1. The T-32 ends up soaking a lot of damage, but the Tiger does get taken out. The dead enemy provides some cover, so Just Green stays in the fight, dishing out some serious damage. The defender goes after a Panther. After it falls, the western half of the map would have been swept clean of enemies. The allies aren't actually in the lead, but a defender isn't fooled by numbers. Just Green calls out, "Defend the base!" as the numerical advantage melts away. Crossing the bridge is dangerous with all the enemies in the east, but a defender's duty is clear. Their capper on the other side goes down with a single shot. The last ally is a Black Prince, and the defender is just in time to help it win its fight. There's another capper in the circle. Just Green lets the Prince deal with it for a while and focuses on dueling the TVP. The defender joins the fight at the circle, but can't prevent the TVP from finishing off the Prince. 1 against 3 then. For a while, nobody can land a telling blow, but eventually the Super Pershing does go down. Both of the remaining foes are here. Just Green drops into cover, pushes forward, and assaults the TVP. Hunting down a speedy Type 64 is not an option, so the defender heads for the enemy cap circle. Just Green settles into wait, and the seconds tick past. Is the Type going to contest the capture? There it is. The defender gets wrong. It's a good attempt, but not good enough. Just Green finishes off the light tank and watches as the capture bar fills up. Double victory! No defender medal, but the base was definitely saved. 7 kills and 6k damage round out the score. And there's a slightly ironic invader medal as well. For the episode finale, we'll go back to the American servers and the Halloween theme. Instead of more trick-or-treating, however, we'll watch as Mylan stalks the ground of Ruinberg as a stealthy, unstoppable killer. The light WZ-131 looks pretty harmless at the bottom of the list. How much damage can it possibly do? A little black dog receives the first shell, and a Type 59 gets the second. Myland is spotted for a moment, but not long enough to get fired upon. The Phantom Sniper warms to the task, harassing a T-30 and a Panther from perfect cover. When the enemies catch a glimpse of the WZ, it's already fading back into the shadows. Anyone who has seen a horror movie knows how this will go. The killer may be driven away, but they'll always come back. Myland strikes from cover, again and again, retreating for a while when Sixth Sense goes off. The team is getting slaughtered, but a Phantom Sniper has no need for allies. The Oni is the first one to fall, but others will soon follow. The opponents have reached the capture circle. They probably think that the Super Pershing is the real threat here. Poor doomed fools. The 1390 must be the hero in this story. It charges straight at Myland and looks like it might take the killer down. But you know it doesn't work like that. Horror stories don't play fair, and the hero comes to a messy end when an SU-122-44 joins the fight. The sniper's targets are down to 4 survivors, and they will be cautious now. They must know they're being hunted by a killer. An RU-251 approaches stealthily on the eastern road and goes into hiding. It doesn't matter, the sniper will wait. The RU makes its move and manages to kill the last ally. Artillery tries to help, but when the Halloween killer is after you, there is no escape. What is the Yak Panther doing? Did the tension drive it insane? Coming out in the open like that is a death sentence. The T-30 is the macho guy of the story, and it actually manages to spot the Phantom Sniper. The opponent advances with the confidence of an action hero with a big gun. But this isn't that kind of movie. Myland puts in the second shot and fades back into the shadows. The big guy tries to follow, brave to the last, and goes down with a final shot. Dear oh dear, the last one alive is a big and slow SPG. It must know what comes next. Come out wherever you are. Does the victim know it's been spotted? The first shot comes out of nowhere, and the SPG tries to get into cover. The second shot leaves it with a sliver of health, but the Phantom Sniper isn't in a hurry. Why not make it a little more interesting? Myland pulls back and fires off the remaining ammo, leaving just a single APCR round. The victim is still moving, trying to think of something. But it's all for nothing. One last shot, and it's all over. Talk about striking from the shadows. The hero in the 1390 was the only one who could have saved the day, but the Phantom Sniper proved unstoppable. That's all for this week. Happy Halloween, everybody! What scary movies will you be watching? I will likely put on The Evil Dead. This is my boomstick! I'm Luke Nella. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.